Hey everybody, it's Suzanne and I'm checking in with this week's video blog. It is Sunday, February 5th, 2012, and this marks going into my 25th week post-op. And got good news again. I lost 4.4 pounds this week, and that brings me up to a total of 85 pounds, 85.7 pounds. And I was a few weeks ago worried about, am I ever going to get that, over the 80-pound mark? Well, I did it this week. No doubt about it. It's the running. I, resisted that and, tried to say it was something else, but it's the running that is doing the trick. I only went to gym two times this past week. Monday I wasn't feeling good because of the ache and aches and pains, so I missed Monday, and I went Wednesdays and Thursday, and even just going those 2 days, that really turned the bend for me. So 4.4 pound loss is excellent. So I have to go ahead and admit that it's the running, and she's, like I had said last week, she's building me up to being able to jog a mile, and so I'm slowly but surely making my way, like the little turtle, getting there. So the weights and the other stuff, but I think it's the cardio, and Brandy has said before, running is going to melt off the pounds, and that's a good thing. Dropped another pant size. I had gotten a pair of blue jeans that last week I tried them on, and I kind of like squished into them, and when I tried them on this week, they fit fine. And so that's really encouraging. It's like, well, gee, every week I'll go down another pant size, but that's not realistic. But it sure does feel good to be able to get into decreasingly smaller sizes, which is I'm wearing things that I haven't worn in just ages. So anyway, that feels real good. The winter is just not good. This is really terrible. It's gotten cold again, like we predicted it would. In Louisiana, it goes, from hot to cold within 24 hours. So it has gotten chilly again, and that makes everything really sore, and muscles are cold, and I wake up cold, and I go to bed cold. And if I don't wear, those little fuzzy booties at nighttime, I just wake up all kinds of cold. I don't know what that is exactly. I know other people who've had surgeries have said, that's part of what happens, is that you get cold. So I don't know exactly why that is, and I never thought that I would, say, my gosh, it's freezing in here. But I'm saying that more often now. So anybody who's thinking about or has had the surgery, that's something that you can kind of look forward to. Before it was like hot flashes, and you think you're just going to die. This is completely and totally opposite. So get prepared for being cold. Where before I used to roll my eyes at people who would say, oh my God, it's just so cold in here. How do you stand it? I'm turning into one of those people. Anyway, the other thing that I kind of, might talk about is the vitamins. I know that after surgery, it particularly got gastric bypass surgery, you have malabsorption and being malnourished. So all of that kind of plays a role in the hair loss and some of the other things. So you do have to make sure that you take certain kinds of vitamins, really probably for the rest of your life. What I have is like a general vitamin, and what I was taking is Geritol. And they have it in the liquid form, but I understand it's probably really nasty. So these were fine. And it's got 100% of everything that you need, and so I was taking those. When I went to the doctor this last time, he gave me these chewables, and they're nasty. But you do have to take them, so I don't know which, you can get. Flintstones is good, but they want something that's got like 100% of everything in there, particularly for bariatric. This one's called Bariatric Fuel, and they're chewable, and they're fruit punch flavored, but they're a vitamin. They taste like vitamins. The other thing that I am taking is biotin. Now, I'm not endorsing any particular brand, but these are 5,000 milligrams per tablet, and I take about 4 to 6 every day. I figure if your body is not absorbing it, it's getting some, and the rest of it gets flushed out of your system. The other thing that they tell me that you have to take is vitamin D. So I'm taking this Citracal, and it's calcium citrate plus D, whatever that is. And so these are, big horse tablet that you've got to take, and it breaks down pretty quick in your system. You don't have to, like the TV ad says, you don't have to take it with food. It's not going to upset your stomach if you, don't get to eat something, with a vitamin. That's what I take every day. I, put them out after I've eaten breakfast. I have a tendency to want to eat something either before I take them or after I take them. I usually end up, having something for breakfast, oatmeal or something like that, and then taking the vitamins. And you have to wash them down with something. So I think probably that process is kind of wacky, but you do have to take the vitamins, and you have to take them forever. And it's just a good habit just to get into. Taking a lot more biotin, kind of building up to. I was taking like 2 a day, and then 4, and then now I'm 6 or 7 a day. And that's to help with your skin and nails and hair. So I still kind of think that the hair loss is still going on, but it's not quite as bad as it was in the beginning. Before, I was really kind of worried. So that's kind of slowed down. Don't really have a whole awful lot more, but the exercise is really critical, and I've learned that, and I might not enjoy it just a whole awful lot. I'm beginning to see the benefits of exercise, and I worked out on the exercise ball, stability ball, and I feel that the muscles are tightening up, and things have I'm doing a lot more, but that jogging is really paying off big time. So I'll continue to work with that, and she's working me up to a mile, so maybe one day pretty soon I'll be huffing and puffing a whole entire mile without stopping, which is going to be interesting in the next few months to see how I do that. Let's see. Guess that's about it. The 85.7 pounds lost so far, and that's really exciting. And I'm now doing my next 10, or 9. In January, I lost 9.9 pounds, so I'm just a little shy of 10 pounds like I had wanted. But hey, every little bit is, mounts up. So anyway, I'm working on February, and probably in another week or 2, probably have measurements again, and we'll see how that's paying off. So I guess that's it until next week. So everybody stay safe. I'll see you next week. Bye.